sneaking out, making my way into society through the Baja Panty parties. Mike could tell you all about that. Going in there, battling, dance battling, Harlem shaking. Junior, what up? After the Baja Panty party, Junior, what up? I'm ready. Let's go.
This episode is brought to you by AMG. If you're involved in any type of accident, don't hesitate to call 305 AMG Help. They are the winning team and they will have your back.
Okay, that's even better right there. Okay, yeah, yeah, hey yo, my name's Too Nice, representing Miami. You already know when I'm here for the family. I'm coming through and you see the muscle. It's right here, this Miami's hustle, cause we gotta get it daily. You must be crazy. If you think you messing with me, you must be crazy, yeah. Cause I'm slick like Patrick Swayze. My girl, yeah, you about to have a baby, but you already know me, how I'm moving it smooth. I'm coming on through and I'm breaking the rules. I said we building, breaking and doing it too. And you already know me, yeah, I'm doing with the crew, yeah. Mike's here, Chris here, we here. And you know that the vision here's so clear, cause a top view villa. And you already know ain't nobody realer than me and Chris on the table. You already know how we willing and able to put it together and take it to another level. You already know, pedal to the fucking metal. That's that Miami hustle right there.
And that's it, that's off the top.
And that's the intro.
And that's how we start. So today we got Too Nice on the Miami Hustle in the building.
Give me that.
You already know.
Because, yo, major congratulations to you, the crew, the team, and everything that you guys have been able to develop, you know what I'm saying, in your Let It Rip season.
Yo, I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're just students to the game, and we look up to people like you. You've been in the industry for going on 10 years now. Shout out to you. Shout out to History Makers.
Thank you.
And yeah, bro, we're just learning.
Oh, man. Yo.
You already know we saw Don't Blink. And we're just trying to make that happen.
Yeah,
you know?
Hell yeah.
Bring the community together, just like you say.
There you go. And that's what it's all about, man. So you guys, I'm actually admiring the view here, you know what I'm saying, to all the viewers that are watching this right now. The view right here is spectacular. You know, it's like we was watching the greenery that's over the balcony right here, and he was like how he likes the nature and all of that stuff. And I'm a nature lover as well. You know what I mean? So right now the sky is giving us a tremendo color variation right now with the pink and the hues. And I'm mesmerized and at the same time actually like happy to be here, bro.
Oh yeah,
you know
bro.
What I'm
You're welcome
like,
anytime. You already know. Yo, thank you for
yeah.
pulling up. Tell the people where you're from.
Oh man, I am born in the Bronx, raised in Dade, been in the city since Pitt had braids. Baja Panty parties, Plata know how to sneak me out. Now with 7-figure meetings, every day we leave the house. Born in the Bronx, raised in Dade, been in the city. That's pretty much what it is right there, man. Been in Miami pretty much since 92, 93. Came here from New York and been rocking and rolling ever since. You know what I'm saying? And developing, growing, absorbing the culture of what Miami is. A pretty badass city to do this in.
100%.
You know?
Yeah, it's a city full of opportunities.
It is, and it has its culture. You know that Miami is also, you know what I'm saying, not really glittery and glamoury and a lot of scammery and you feel me. So it's like it's also it has that other side. You know what I mean? So it's also like good to have those abilities, you know what I'm saying, to move with the sharks, and then at the same time enjoy a beautiful sky.
That's what it's about. You couldn't have put it any better, bro. You're swimming with sharks, but you're enjoying the beauty along the way.
Yeah, man.
And that helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure.
So how long you been in the music game for?
The music, I feel like the music, hold on, sorry. The music, I've been in the music, I feel like since I was born. You feel me? Because my parents, my dad actually had a band in Santo Domingo, and he was the manager. So he would take them everywhere, rehearsals, tours, the whole 9 yards. And my mom was right along with him. You know what I'm saying? And
You're a music baby
you
for
feel
sure.
me? That I was
100%.
created like, man, and then here I am now. Like I feel like that's like almost like following in like my dad's footsteps type of scenario. And he's super duper happy and proud, and seeing like what we've been able to do, and I seen to bring him on stage. He'd be twerking on stage. He'd be like, yeah, for me. I'm like, yo, you wilding right now. He's like, ah. And then my mom, like,
She's Dominican too?
yeah, she's Dominican. Yo, they like, yo.
That's fun.
She be like, oh, they be like, ¿a dónde se le saca la batería? Because when they on the dance floor, they like just the life of the party. Entrepreneurs as well, hardworking. Really like paved the way for me to develop my core, you know what I mean, and what runs through my blood, you know what I mean. And I feel like there's where like the things that I've been able to develop and have the ability to do those things in that entrepreneurship spirit with history makers, myself as a musician, because you know is a business, you know, and you can make great music, but if you don't handle the business, then you know what I'm saying, there's only so much and so far you can take that particular business to make it successful. So along the way, like I feel like I've been able to identify those traits that I feel like I've been able to develop from my parents. And yeah, they're everything to me. You know?
That's what's up, bro. That's what matters. I'm sure that's your why. And that's what you do it
for sure,
so
bro. Man,
that's what fuels you. You talked about batteries. I'm sure like their love and their everything they did for you is what gives you the batteries to keep going.
The support, you know what I'm saying? I've been able to have their support like every step of the way, every idea. What? They've never turned them down. They're more so like, all right, go ahead, let me see what you could do. All right, go, yeah. Oh yeah, really? Oh wow. Like they'll never like, oh yeah, you can't do that. They'll never do me that.
Yeah,
but
they'll be like the hustle's in the blood.
Yo, they'll be like, yo, and then months later pass by, I'm like, yo, watch this video, watch this podcast, yo, watch it. Don't blink, that was amazing. Like they were like, oh my god, who you got this week? Who you got this week? Dude, they were like, oh my god, you guys are doing it. Oh. And I would come home, I'm like, yo, man, we got 300 views, we got 200 views, we got 500, we got 5,000 views. They were like, wow. So, you know what I'm saying, making them proud is pretty much my why once I was able to like really find myself in my journey of developing myself.
That's what's up. When would you say that happened?
When I decided to find, well, like take a leap of faith. I would say like my first initial leap of faith was transitioning from music.
Transitioning from music?
Yeah, from like being a musician, you know, and doing what musicians do to be successful in, you know what I mean? And after doing it for X amount of years and doing everything that I was able to do, which was a blessing because I was able to do what I was able to do. You know what I mean? Like,
let's talk about it. What were you able to do? What would you say are the biggest highlights?
Come on, the whole journey of it. There's where it's like I can't even start to talk about it. Like the whole thing, bro. So many things, Chris, for real. Like so many things. Because at this point, everything mattered. So even the smallest piece of energy of anything, at hindsight now, nigga, that mattered. That little 1-2 cent mattered to the 25 that came after. And then like the compound effect is the why are we here today? You
that's
know, the
deep.
compound today.
That's deep.
You know?
That's what matters. You're right. Every little step.
Yeah, man. So if it's like, yo, we would have to like really like write them down. And it's interesting that you say that because I really would have to do that. You know what I'm saying? To really, you know, even tell my own story. You know, why wait till somebody help me tell my story? Like we've made an impact, you know, and it may not have been as what the society feels it is compared to. But for myself and my tree, we doing things that Nobody's ever done. So for me, it's like, yo, in being able to like take some time to find myself and develop like what I was able to do is where like the extra importance of what I'm doing is showing through the effort that I'm putting into what I've brought here 10 years later. You know, after the music started like the Let It Rip season. You know, we're 5 years in from the Let It Rip season, and what I've been able to do during this journey, even collaborating with Mike, collaborating with Yuli, collaborating with everybody that we've been able to build and do every single thing from my first location, the artists that came through and did murals inside that location, that even after we moved out that location, the landlord put it on the lease that they can't paint the walls that were, you know, that the artist, you know, blessed us with, and which is huge. And shouts out to Peter. I still in communication with him, and we got a lot of great things, you know, in the works. He's a general contractor, so he has a whole bunch of big builds coming through where we're incorporating art, incorporating his like storefront for his buildings and facilities, and facilitating that with merch, goodies, mugs, you know, the whole gift scenario. And then honestly, like being able to put some time and energy into History Makers. You know what I'm saying?
I was just gonna ask, where did that come from, History Makers?
History Makers was like it's crazy because I gotta drink to this.
Yo, I was about to say, we started off pretty hot. Let me just make sure. All three cameras are recording, right?
Yo.
All right, just had to make sure.
YaKWii's was like my first. I was a I already told you, I was a musician. Boom. Musician, music in the studio, shows, every club in Miami, every Baja Panty party. Like there's where like I started as a hype man, backup dancer with Plátano, sneaking out, making my way into society through the Baja Panty parties. Mike could tell you all about that. Going in there, battling, Harlem shaking. Junior, what up? After the Baja Panty party, Junior, what up? I'm ready. Let's go, DJ Junior. And there is where sort of like I was able to develop, to then take the step to be a full musician. So I started as a backup dancer, hype man with Plátano, did some shows with Pitt sometimes, because he was all part of the whole Baja Panty crew. And then when that sort of like was going a certain way, I was like, yo, all right, I'm gonna just do it. I've already done some freestyles. I've already, you know what I'm saying, collaborated with a few people. I've already gotten on some mixtapes. Boom. So then Too Nice was like, all right, let's get it. Bam. And then that happened. And once we transitioned to the Let It Rip season, I was like, okay, hold on. Came the Don't Blink era. You know what I'm saying? We did 2 years of that, which was an amazing journey, right? Which was a collaborative like venture right there with Mike, with Yuli, Jen, Jaden, and SV. Everybody, man. Fefa came through once, you know, a few times, and the whole crew, everybody, all our friends that, you know, when we needed them, they was like one phone call away. They would pull up and we would make this happen. So the Don't Blink era was a really good journey, and we was able to create what we wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's create a podcast. It's Yuli Monster too, right? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Don't Blink, shout out everybody
and then
part of that
Mike
team.
there leading the way, you know what I'm saying? And we made that happen, you know, 2 years, 105 episodes.
Shout out Baja Panty,
you
shout
know
out
what I'm
Mike.
saying? Consistency at its finest. Every Tuesday, which all of those episodes actually are on YouTube right now. Till this day, we're about to re-energize the Don't Blink podcast, ladies and gentlemen. So go on YouTube right now, write its own, and you're gonna see it, the Don't Blink podcast. You're gonna see documentaries, all the documentaries that we did during that time frame with Yuli.
You won awards
all the
too.
fights that we documented for Yuli. We did the first official like High Alive video, like before it is what it is right now. You know what I'm saying? Mike orchestrated for us to go in there and document and create a really, really dope video, which made it on ESPN. Mike made it on ESPN. Mike came through it. He walked through. He don't really be wearing bags like that, but Yuli was there, so he gave him his Louis Vuitton bag. You know, Mike ain't really about that flashy shit. Yeah, and he's just walking there, slow-mo hero shot. And he made it on ESPN. I like
That's
that.
what's up. That's fire, bro.
Yeah, so we had an amazing run there. And then from there, transition into like, you know, almost like everybody needed some space. You know, everyone needed to do their thing, and everybody did their thing. And in doing that sort of like that strict discipline that I like embodied during that time, at the end of it, I needed to put it somewhere. You know?
For sure.
At the end of it, I needed to put it somewhere. And there is where it's like I looked at myself and I was like, and then looked at history makers, you know? And then I looked at everything and I was like, yo, I just gotta keep going. You know, I just gotta keep going. We got a spot. You know what I'm saying? We shot some episodes of Don't Blink in there, and I just started to just like go for it. Another leap of faith. Just go for it. Bet on you. Bet on you. Whether it was the right thing or the wrong thing, to me, it was the thing.
Yeah, you got to go through it to learn anyways.
It was the thing. Like, I had no choice. Like, either stop and, like, I don't know, like, get distracted, or put it on me. And then that's what happened. And then that spot right there and what was able to develop, and the artists that then we was able to, history makers then became that hub of where we help personal brand develop the talents that are in almost like in a like a reverse effect, where it's like, let's fix you first, or let's work with you first and develop you first, put time in whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want to do? You want to paint? Okay, cool. Here, there's a space. Paint.
Nice.
All you gotta do is come through. What are you gonna do? Paint. Let's paint. Let's develop. Let's. You got somebody with you. Our DJ, yo, you come through. You set up. Dale, let's do some mixes. Yo, you should do some YouTube. You got somebody with you. We giving each other that energy. Cause now you show up. I ain't by myself. To be down, you gotta be around. Everything's here. And it was like a perfect place for me to also like develop myself, since I'm so faceted, and then like I have multiple things where like the fashion, and then we also have fulfillment. So we have the brand, and then we also do the fulfillment for the brand. So we do all the printing for the brand. We do everything print on demand also. So the facility had a room where I will be able to make things on the fly. I will be able to have a scenario where we invite people over, no different than what we was already doing. Yo, come through to the podcast. Whereas like, yo, come through to the facility. We're going to have a photo shoot. We're going to do some content. We're going to do a shoot. We're going to do a podcast. We're going to design some stuff. If you come through with some gear, like some denim jackets, we can personalize it. Like, it was the full on, almost like headquarters type of scenario.
Nice.
And then, man, we was able to create. Dizen came through, did a piece on one of the walls downstairs. Rigo Leon came through, did a piece. Jay Ramirez, and man, it was just like an amazing, super duper like experience to be able to go through that. You know what I mean? And then from there, we move on to South Beach. Rigo Leon, when he came through, he did the piece. We talked, we clicked. And then he had a boutique inside the Confident Hotel, and was like, yo, with your energy, with your vibe, and with what we can do together, like, we got a few months in there, let's make it happen. And then sure enough, we packed everything up, took our
That's what's
talents
up.
to South Beach,
Hey.
you know, and another amazing run there. You know what I mean? Got to experience what it is, pretty much prime real estate. You know what I mean? Like a
Yep.
storefront on South Beach on 40th and Collins. You know what I'm saying? A Confidant Hotel, filled with art, and then I was able to then extend like what I was already doing inside History Makers, inside YaKWii's Closet with the artists and the art, is now because Rigo was already curating all the art in the hotel. So in me coming in, we revamped all the art that's in the hotel. He put some of my pieces up in the hotel. We then brought in all the artists that we were collaborating with in History Makers. Now they have art inside the hotel as well, and along with the artists that Rigo already had in there. So it was like an amazing experience. And then we started managing all the art. So
Nice.
now we became like, we started managing all, like the gallery to hotel.
Yeah, you guys you guys are like super versatile.
Man, so I mean, I just had to learn and adapt. You know, oh shit, this is what we're doing, this is how we're doing, and then practice and develop, and then made it work. So the process of the Let It Rip season of me developing to where we're at now is like, it's been an amazing journey, bro. And I feel like better than ever because everyone that I've been developing with along the way, we still here. So like, if I'm a little bit smarter, it's only gonna help us all. If you a little bit smarter, it's only gonna help us all. If that person's a little bit smarter, it's only gonna help us all if we use our time.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
we're really doing it to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Everyone helps each other out. Focuses on like strengths and weaknesses. Instead of spending time on my weakness, I could get somebody that's their strength, and then we work together.
Yeah. In the scenario where we circle back around.
And in Miami, there's a lot of talent. There's like so much talent. That's why I started the Miami Hustle. Like I see everybody out here in Miami, they're doing something.
This is perfect.
They're doing something. They're doing mostly what they love. They're just building. They're networking, and I'm like, yo, people. That's what I want to do too. I want to bring the community together so that we could help each other out any way we can.
There you go. Because it's all about building, bro. Because everybody's doing something.
Yeah,
like nobody's not doing nothing.
And some people are doing the same thing as you, but are more experienced. So you want to talk to them.
There you go.
You want to like figure out what they had to go through. Like for example, you in your early years, what are the things that you had to go through, and how did you like get through it? When it comes to building your own, like first it was with music, and then going into your own brand.
Patience, patience, and like believing in what you set out to do. I feel like what has helped me still be here is sort of like the patience and my purpose, because everything that I've been able to create and build, like my businesses and how we do it, is for those principles. It's for a building aspect. It's for, being able to allow you to be what you can be, So through the process is those vibes. And when you too much to one side, there is where you have to be able to identify those things. When you're too helpish, too, in the process.
You're talking about like having a balance?
Yeah, having a balance of helping too much. Because in helping too much, then you have no time for what you got doing. If you develop a system where we all know what we're doing, because we're all in the same system, that's the culture that I've sort of like been able to develop with History Makers. In now YaKWii's Closet, which is our creative agency and like venture studio, where the things that we've been able to develop for our brands, now we can help our History Makers do it. Whether you're an artist, whether you're a CEO, entrepreneur that got a business, and needs certain guidance, certain help, some consulting, this is where we want to be able to offer this for our History Makers that are already part of the culture. Because we understand we were never created to live an average life. we were created to be history makers.
And where did that thought come from? Like, how early on in your life did you realize that, like, we're not just here to be here, we're here to create, and we're here to be bigger, and we're here to level up? Like, where did that mentality come from?
That's where history. That's what has been from my parents. That's like been in me, bro. Like, me being able to collaborate and break bread with my friends and build something, I don't consider that work. So I've never worked for anybody ever in my life, you know? So like, that's a thing that I've been able to right now, like, put this energy into it now. Because now we're going to make money. What I felt like and what I built with History Makers and just treating it as a brand more than treating it like a movement and not more like a brand, there's where it's like we haven't maximized the opportunity to make money through it.
That goes back to what you were saying, like how music, you love making music, but there's a whole business side to it. So how are you able to like figure out?
Because to me, the fashion is my other form of art. I make these hats. My team makes these clothes. Like, it's art. I'm not Gap. I'm not Ralph Lauren. I'm an artist. I make music. I make you dance. That part is the vibe for me. That's the gift right there when it comes to making music, is the ability to, get on a stage and make somebody happy that could possibly be going home and living a worse life than me. But that moment, those 10 minutes, those 15 minutes, those 30 minutes, that's the adrenaline there. That's the ultimate gift. You know what I'm saying? Not the praises or like...
It's like that feeling of love. Like,
of like being able to provide that energy. When I decided to do History Makers, I felt like fashion was like that side of energy, because I like to wear fashion. You know what I'm saying? I like to, make sure that my gear is to the latest trend. So, and then in developing the clothes for me, I'm like, yo, let's do it for everybody. But now it's like, this is not for just anybody. You got to really understand what being a history maker is all about. You got to really understand the principles, the core values, and PVO, positive vibes only. So that's sort of like where now I feel like, okay, we got that part out of the way. We got the message out of the way. We got the years of brand awareness. Now, let's break bread with it. Let's get it out there to the masses. Let's really blow it up, And that's where I feel like...
That's where you're at right now?
Where we at right now.
That's perfect, because you're going into 10 years, bro. That's a decade. Right? That's what's up. That's when the rocket ship takes off.
That's usually what the people say.
But it's because it's 10 years of consistent work.
Yeah.
So, like you said, like, when you did all the groundwork and you did all the brand awareness and you did all the collaborations and the connections that you did, working with artists, getting your face out there, like you said, even on South Beach, because we all know, like, Miami's Miami, but South Beach is like Miami part 2.
Yeah, that's another.
So you're out here, and now going into the 10th year, what do you think is going to be next for you? Like,
being able to continue to bring my ideas to life, right? So like now, History Makers always had a purpose that wasn't driven for the money. It was driven more for like its purpose, and like being able to identify that within yourself, like being able to, you are History Makers, yo, like, what do you like? Find what you like, find your passion, believe in yourself. Like it's more like a mindset thing, right? So now transitioning into where we're heading now, I feel like I want to do a little bit of both, right? So I want to enhance our marketing. I want to enhance our storytelling to then be able to convert those into sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And take that approach with our marketing when it comes to History Makers for the next 6 months, I would say, and then revisit where we at with that. And then with YaKWii's Closet, like, I want to be able to the brands that we're already working with and partnering up with and creating content with them, I want to be able to give their projects the amount of time and energy that they need. So there is where, again, History Makers, the brand, we're gonna develop it a certain way where it's not gonna necessarily need me, and I can be inside YaKWii's closet developing the brands with these entrepreneurs, with these CEOs.
That's what being a boss is all
you know,
about.
and seeing their business 10x. You know what I'm saying?
To be the hardest part about being the boss, I always say, is stepping away from your company and knowing that for the next year it's going to be okay, because you hired the right people and you have the right talent around you to keep it that way.
Yeah.
So that's the hardest part. A lot of bosses out here, like, they're bosses, but most of the times they're still the CEO, so they're still very involved in the everyday activity, which is fire too. You know. But that, like, retirement phase is when you're able to hire a CEO and just walk away and look at it and be like, how's everything going? Good? Perfect.
Yeah, and keep building.
Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, exactly.
Thank
it
you,
allows
bro.
you to get into a whole nother. You can even go back into music whenever you want. You got more time.
Shit, I mean, look, I mean, the music has been also a circle back around, because now with the music side, what I didn't have before, I have now. So shouts out to Daniel Simo, D Simo Records. Like, now we have our own, another History Makers that has his own record label and puts out talents and produces his own music, puts out music, is very successful. And the same scenario, like, yo, I'm gonna build a foundation with myself as the result proven of, like, yo, this shit works, and then put my knowledge on other artists, on other talents. Like you said, like, yo, there's a whole bunch of talent out here in Miami. And then build a scenario and a community that understand that, like, this service ain't for everybody. So if you here is to be down, you got to be around, even in that business aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, where there's transactions and percentages and, like, yo, I'm doing such and such and such. Like, you gotta. So, like, now when making music, like, I'm gonna make music when I feel right, when I'm in the vibe. But now I know that it's gonna be straight.
Yeah, that's the best time to do music too, when you're not forcing it.
And because back then I was the nigga making them, writing it, hearing it be submitting it, and on top of that, you know, doing everything else, touring, being on stage, So, anyways,
that's right the now, hustle, yo. Shout out to you.
Yeah, so, like, yo,
that's what you gotta do,
and that's what I was doing back then. So moving away from that, transitioning into doing something new, restructuring mindset, everything. The music now, look, right now, after we get out of here, I'm going to a studio session right now. So,
you want to shout out the studio?
Shouts out to Breeze, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my boy Breeze. We go back, way back, you know what I'm saying? 10, 12 years back. And he's doing amazing things right now with JT Money. And he's been a trendsetter in his space and a history maker that has believed in himself since day one, has believed in me since day one. And I admire you, his work ethic and his, like, loyalty to the vibes is amazing. So, like, yo, he keeps sending me beats. Yo, too nice. I hear this right here. Yo, I know there's a lot of Latin artists out there, but no, I still don't got a song with you. So, yo, I got a record, like, and it's amazing, bro. Like, it's something out of this world, and I'm going in there tonight to work on that. So I'm super pumped about that. And we got some more music coming out. I got a record with Papayo. I got some more records with Cito. I got another record with Diesel. So I'm keeping it all in-house. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to... I can't work with everybody. So if I am going to work with everybody, I'm going to be able to work with those history makers that is in here already. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to... I'm just going to work with my peoples. I'm going to work with my history makers, because this is what it was all about. We created a community. Okay, who's in our community? Okay, we got this person, that person, this person, that person. Yo, this person is a CEO. He's making millions. Okay, he's a history maker. Yo, this person does this. This person is a chiropractor. This person is a doctor. This person is a dentist. This person is a basketball player. This person is a fighter. Once we start identifying who's inside the community, then we start identifying, like, we make a simplified version of the big picture to start executing You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On the vibes. And I feel like, at least for me and my infrastructure and how it's being built, there's where I'm at with it. So circling back with the brand, with the companies that we're building with, focusing on them, and taking it through the roof from there.
That's what's up, man.
Bro,
I mean,
come on, man. We
you've
got to
been-
do it, bro.
You've been building, and like we talked about, you got a lot of good people around you, so you might as well just work with them.
Yeah,
build
that's
off
the
that.
that's the best
That's-
part, man.
Yeah,
Knowing
it's
knowing
like genuine,
who's around.
like good energy.
Come on, bro.
It's not like walking in, you just paid somebody for a feature, you don't even know how they're gonna be or how they're gonna act.
when and I keep going back to the word, but it's a phrase, and it's a movement, and it's like a way of life. It's a lifestyle. Like the history makers, history makers are history makers. Like, we know, like there's just a certain vibe. Like, it's PVO forever, for real. Like, if you really are a history maker, and whether there's 10, 20, or 500 of us, you know, we know who we are. You know what I'm saying? And we identify with this logo. And now in the B2B sector, like building our own businesses, like you're gonna identify this logo right here. You know what I'm saying? YaKWii's Closet. And I feel pumped, bro.
That's what's up,
I
man.
feel pumped. And I also want to be able to see what we're gonna continue to do right here. Cause now you part of the
I
history
was just
makers
gonna
now.
say, how do I get in?
Yo,
I'm trying to be in.
Yo, you in already. You know what I'm saying? You in already. These garments right here were all designed by me, printed by me, and printed by our team over at Fresh Press USA, which is like the house, the creative house of where all the fashion, you know, birthed the fashion. Because in building that with him, I was like learning. I was printing for everybody in Miami. Taking all my musical influence to the shop. Signing Lennox came to the shop. We were printing for Brian Myers. We printed for Daddy Yankee tour. We printed for Osuna's tour. We just did Rolling Loud. Like, I was like, damn. And he was like, yo, you got all this stuff? Use it. The fuck? You know how to use the machine? Automatic. Going solo. You know how to use this? You know how to use that? You get energized. And then if everything is aligned, even if us coming together to work on ourselves individually, right? And being in a room like this, like you working on yourself. We're here, but let's say you're sitting right there, you working on yourself. I'm here, I'm working on whatever I'm doing. He's there. Just us being in the room is of a vibe too. We don't necessarily need to be working together doing one thing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even having that space where it's like we coming to, that's what sort of like History Maker was, man. I had 2, 3, 4, 5 people downstairs, 2 people upstairs, different rooms. I was over here, they was over there, and the whole team was like rocking, and you would see like their growth, you know? So
Yeah, bro, that's what it's about. And it's contagious. That energy's contagious.
So for
especially
you,
when you
just
have that hustler's mentality and you're always trying to do something or be better or like learn something, you got to get around that, because if not, you feel like you're the only one. You know, in a sense, you're kind of like,
you can get
yo,
lost.
does anybody else feel like this? Like, we gotta go, we gotta move.
You can get distracted. You know what I'm saying? You can get
Yeah,
lost.
that shit happens too.
You can get lost in the city of Miami. You know what I'm saying? This city right
Yo,
here.
let's talk about that real quick. The city of Miami, the beautiful city, but the city of temptation.
Yeah.
How are you able to, you know, keep that tunnel vision when you live in a city? Like, again, we don't live in like Nebraska, or, you know,
claro. No shot to Nebraska.
Yeah,
pero,
like,
but
we
it is
don't live
Miami.
That's what I'm saying. So living in Miami, how do you keep that tunnel vision and not get distracted when there's a distraction in every corner?
in when I went into, this is to sort of like answer that, but it's sort of like when I went into the gallery on South Beach, right, with Rigo Leon, with him I was able to identify my go with the flow vibe. And to your question, like,
especially in the music industry, you kind of gotta be.
But I'm so go with the flow that like maybe like I would even, there's certain things that I wouldn't be able to even notice at the time that it was a distraction, because I'm so go with the flow, like, yo, this is what we gotta do. Oh, but this is where we're going.
Yeah,
oh yeah, and then next thing you know, something happens instead of me. Wait. It's 11:30.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
I'm going
yeah.
this way. You feel me? Pero I've had my share, man, of fucking vibes, bro.
I feel you, bro.
Now, let me ask you one question right quick. How have you been able to, same question as me, how have you been able to go through, live your life and develop in this beautiful city of Miami?
I mean, I would give the similar answer to you. I've done my fair share of wait, hold on, where are we going? Oh, let
but
me
like
go.
we still here, so it's like, fuck
Right,
it,
right,
maybe
right.
it
So
wasn't a mistake.
it's a lot. It's a lot of just like, you know, experiencing it, but then
Yeah.
having awareness. That's my biggest
That's
thing.
the
Is like
part.
in Miami, you got to be aware, because even when you're out, you got to be aware.
Yeah.
But then if you're going out too much, you know, you got to
There's got to
really
be a limit.
exactly. Yeah. So it's taught me to, you know, I've tested my limits sometimes, and then I'll take a break.
Yep.
But it's just awareness gets me to the middle to be like, all right, I'm gonna grind for like this many days, or I'm gonna do everything I have to do to then when I'm out, I enjoy it. Because at
Exactly.
least for me, there's if I don't do enough, or I know I've been slacking, and I'm going out with that feeling, I don't even enjoy going out. So it's like
Then you be like, damn, I
contradicting.
should have stayed home, bro.
But if I know I had a great week and I've been, you know, hustling, grinding, doing what I had to do, being good, bro, when I go out, I feel good. Like,
damn, so that's been like, you've had a run of that for a long time now.
I mean, shit, I've been sacrificing a lot. I've been in my zone. But like you said, though, is the community that I've been able to meet throughout this experience. I have my fair share of, oh shit, I'm gonna go to a comedy show. I've never been to a comedy show, but I've had comedians on, so I'm like, I'm gonna try this out. Oh damn, I'm gonna go to a bare knuckle fighting event. Like, that's what's up. I loved it. I'm gonna go. Oh damn, there's an artist. He's performing over here. You know, I'm not gonna go out randomly this weekend, but I'm gonna go out and over here to this hangout
and
where my boy's performing.
Because
you know,
it's attached to your purpose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now you're not just going out to go out.
Right. Yeah.
Even if you're just going out, because every time you go out, you attach to this brand right here. So this is a business. Everything you do now is part of the business.
It's a fun business.
And you've been able to, yeah, man. So you going out, you networking now. People's like, you showing love to the people that show love to you. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, you're able to right now experience that part and develop that part.
Yeah, it feels good to like be in a place where you're going to support someone, as opposed to being in a place to just get away from whatever
Or get a drink.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, now you purposely like doing the vibes that tie into what you're doing here. So it's like every hour of your day is maximized.
Yep.
And that's a good vibe to be right there.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to
everything you do is like it all goes back.
Shout out to Miami. It's a beautiful city.
No, yeah, and your way of life, what you've built, what you got, and where you going.
What would you say is like the lifestyle of Miami?
Shit, wild and crazy. You know, it is, bro. It is. It's wild and crazy. Even if you go to Starbucks, it's wild and crazy in there. Like, and it's wild, wild west for real. It's wild, wild west. Like, there's things that happen here that don't happen nowhere else.
What would you say is a regular day in Miami for you?
Traffic. Well, I mean, at all hours. Construction everywhere. Reckless drivers, you know what I'm saying? Getting mad, beeping horns, flicking the finger. Fuck you! What the fuck?
How many only in Dade moments would you say you see a week? Personal experience.
Yo, I feel like almost in Miami, everything is only in Dateable, bro. Everything is pretty much only in Dateable, bro. It's because nowhere else do they see shit that happens here. Nowhere else. In Nebraska, they don't see shit like that over there. I mean, they might show us things that happen over there that we don't see over here. So everybody's different. But Miami is just, but it's beautiful, bro. The multicultural community that's in here, like the vibe, like and honestly, like if you good, like, and you're not doing stupid shit, it's a vibe, you know. The cost of living and things like, ideally, like, let's just keep making more money. You know, let's build. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's build our infrastructures. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's figure it out. It's a beautiful city. You know, the weather all year round. Look, Mike right now, he's wearing a hoodie right now. It's summertime. He's like, the fashion here is like reverse. It's like upside down. Like, but it's a vibe because it's Miami. So that's like unique.
No, I feel you, bro. It's super unique. It's definitely I travel as often as I can, and I've been to a lot of places. I've been fortunate enough to go to the other side, you know, in Europe, but I don't think I'd ever want to. I mean, I haven't been everywhere, but I don't think I'd want to live anywhere else.
Yeah,
that's just the feeling I always get. Like, it's home.
Yeah, it's something about it. But now, going to out of town to somewhere like Nebraska for a vibe, like a weekend on a cabin, on some vibes, on some Colorado mountains.
We don't get that. Yo, I've never even seen snow.
What? What you mean? They got them in Duffin Mall every winter time. There's snow and no me diga que no. I believe that shit.
That's the crushed
I told my
ice.
little nephew, I'm like, yo te voy a llevar en nieve in Miami. I'm like, yeah, look.
That's snow cones.
No, damn, you never seen snow, B? That's a vibe.
Bro,
you gotta do some Colorado shit.
I would love to, yeah. Hopefully soon. I would love to see snow, but only if I'm gonna like snowboard or something.
Oh no, that's a must. You gotta go see snow with that in the list. Snowboard, pero
yo,
you gotta also wanna roll down the mountain. Cause don't think that facade.
No,
I just went snowboarding not so long ago. We went to Colorado. I didn't snowboard. I snow rolled. That they were like, oh my God, he went down the mountain. What? That I was lost. I showed up an hour later. Loco, 30 minutes away from where I initially started. They had called like not rescue, but they had called like little security and shit to go out and look for me.
Damn,
I broke one of the sticks from no, it was life threatening. I had snow. I had snow everywhere.
Yo, I don't think I want to snowboard anymore.
No. But that's because I didn't do the courses. Do the course.
Okay.
They tell you, yo, do you want to do the course? It's only $99.99. Do the course because it's life saving. You heard? I could have lost my life right there. But I survived.
Yeah, no, I'll be in there one day.
Yeah, you gotta do it. That is a vibe. Or if you want to get the closest thing to like a slope in Miami, there's Tropical Park. You go to Tropical Park. It's not snow, but there's a little mountain. We could get a board. We could slide down that shit. I used to do that back in the day. Mike used to do that too.
I mean, that's one way to do it. I guess I'll train. I'll train there. I'll practice. I'll be ready for my moment.
Damn, you gotta go see snow, bro.
It'll be like, yo, you want the $99.99? I'd be like, nah, bro, I was in Dolphin back then. I took the snowboard. I was chilling.
Yeah, I did a few classes at Tropical Park. I think I'm good. Yo,
at Tropical Park. Yo, I mean, yeah, bro. And something I always like to ask all of my guests is, what does Miami mean to you?
Like I say in the song, I said, I'm like, DADE, welcome to Miami, the city that made me. You know, it's the city that made me. It's the city that has created, you know, the person that you guys see here today, and has been the city where I've been able to create a lot of dope magic with a lot of dope creative artists from the city, you know, and in all aspects, from music, from graffiti, from portrait artists, from producers, like fighters, man, like everyone that I've been able to build with and create with here in Miami, like that's what Miami means to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, it's home first, you know what I'm saying? And it's the city that made me, bro.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. I feel the same way, for sure. If
Yeah,
you're born and
man.
raised in Miami, you take that everywhere with you. Like, a lot of times I'll go and out travel, and somehow, some way, somebody knows I'm from Miami.
Nah,
I'm
cause
like,
come on, you said you go overseas. That you go overseas, you pull up. Yeah,
that's a whole different. I'm talking about, I go to Orlando and people are like, "Oh, you're from Miami, right?" I'm
And
like,
because
yo,
it's maybe like the beard, the vibe. You know what I'm saying? The beard, the low fade.
I'm just saying,
It's
we
definitely
take
the
it
low
with
fade.
us wherever we go.
It's true.
And people know. Like, I've never in my life have seen somebody and been like, "Oh, you're from Tampa."
Oh, that's because that's the
Like,
that's the invisible sauce that Miamians carry that differentiates us when we in different sectors of the world, bro. Just by, nigga, they could have looked at your pants and your shoes and how you tied your socks. It was, dang. Nah, I seen a nigga in Miami like that. That nigga, I said in Miami. If I'm gonna guess, my first guess is gonna be Miami. You're gonna say no, he's gonna be like, damn, I could have sworn it was Miami.
Yeah, nah, for
But
sure.
that's like that invisible sauce, bro, that we developed in this multicultural city, bro. And that's the magic of the city. That's why it's the Magic City.
And what would you say? Because, you know, we document people's success. So this is your first time on, but we've had multiple guests come back on. And, you know, we talk about where they were and where they're at now. And we just continue documenting success. So,
hell yeah.
And definitely we're going to pull up to the shop. We're going to show love. We're going to, you know, keep supporting you any way that we can.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, next is you coming on my podcast.
Yo,
you know next you
whenever
coming
I get an invite, you already know I'm out
you
there.
feel me?
I'm
So
on my way.
next you coming on our podcast. Next you coming to the gallery and the showroom, which is not far from here. It's right in Doral. Shouts out to MI Smartphone Solutions, powered by iTunes, Manny Blades. And it's an amazing story how it's like back where it all pretty much started, and then being able to see what he was able to do with that idea, that he pretty much needed space like we all needed at one point, and he turned that shit up. So shouts out to Manny Blades, MI Smartphone Solutions, iTints. It's the newest technology for window treatment. Turn on and turn off, instant privacy with the touch of a button. It's an amazing technology. So shouts out to them, and shouts out to him, the whole team over there. And you're gonna go there, and I want to show you that, and I want you to experience it firsthand, because he's also gonna come over here and tell his story. He's a history maker that's, man, entrepreneur to the core, and he's fucking rocking and rolling. So that's a success story that we're gonna see what's up.
Yes, sir. That's what we're about, success stories. And like I said, we're gonna keep documenting your success. So with the next, let's say 6 months to a year, what do you got going on? You wanna talk about that before we wrap it up so we can...
Briefly, for Too Nice, expect new music dropping. June is my birthday month, so we got a lot of surprises coming out. We got records with Cito, Papayo, Diesel. We got new music videos. He's going to be dropping new music, history makers, new fashion. We got some new signature snapbacks, new color variations that we're going to be dropping, new content. We got this dope collab, Miami Monster collab with Yuli Monster. You know what I'm saying? That we about to drop with that too. So the fashion side of history makers is going to be rocking and rolling. And YaKWii's Closet, our venture studio and creative agency. MI Smartphone Solutions, Golf Liquors, Seduction, history makers itself, and all the talent that we're going to be building and creating content with and building their brands and collaborating. There's where the energy is going to be for the next 6 months. And I'm super pumped about it, bro. I'm super pumped about it. We've been grinding, we've been working, we've been doing and bringing these ideas and manifestations to life for the past 6 months with these particular projects. This is the first time I've actually announced it and pulled the curtain out, you know what I'm saying? So that's out to also Fresh Press USA, Good Life Miami, which are some of the brands that we're developing out of YaKWii's Closet that are also history makers. So that whole synergy of what we got there with these brands and these companies and these CEOs that we're creating this tremendo powerhouse to 10x their businesses and create this unity amongst ourselves is energizing for me, is what wakes me up and keeps me up late night to the wee hours, you know what I'm saying? Developing strategies and putting things in motion for everything that we just mentioned right here tonight. So next 6 months is action-packed, baby.
That's what I like to hear. You already know, follow the boy Too Nice. Where can they follow you?
Yes, hey, mi gente, Too Nice Live, the number 2, NYCELIVE. History Makers 02, the number 02, and it's historymakers02.com. We were never created to live an average life. We were created to be history makers. You heard? Let's get it.
Hey, until next time. Appreciate you, bro.
Yo, we right here, baby. We made it, mama.